Before you go for your next interview, watch this video. And I'm saying it from a place of experience, direct experience. In my 2 years working in a corporate organization, I've interviewed more than 100 people, give or take. And these particular things I'll be talking about now are like the major things that have made a number of people that we interviewed unhireable. So I'm telling you this from a place of what I have seen. You should definitely be listening. There is no company that wants you to come on board and that wants to bring you on board that will not want you to know about them. So why will you come to an interview and then you are being asked questions pertaining to the company or what the company does, and you go like, I've not really checked. I was about to check the last time, but can you tell me what it is? Can you tell me? Please don't do that anymore. Before you go on any interview, please check about the company, check about the CEO, check where they have their product listings, if they have in different areas, check the different services that they offer. Come to an interview from a bunch of knowledge of what you have researched that the company does. That will give you a huge edge. So when you are being asked questions, you're not just giving generic replies, you're not just giving replies based on trying to paint something else that is not what the company does. You are going to be giving responses based on what the company does, giving it to them with words like, if I'm to talk about your product listings right now, the one in blah blah blah, or this particular service that you offer exclusively to dash dash dash. I mean, there's no interviewer that will not be impressed when they hear you talk about questions that they ask you from a place of, I've searched about your company. Got that? Now, another very important one that you should note when coming or when going to any interview is that you need to come with your confidence, your A game. You need to come with that confidence of, I will be hired, not I doubt that I will be hired. But let me tell you that you might not even need to be very skilled in that particular position, or you might not even have a lot of skill or experience in that field, but there's a kind of boldness that you would exude that the interviewer might not even catch on, that you really don't know so much. So be very bold, be extremely bold. That will really help you on your next interview, I promise you. Now, this particular one might not seem like so much, but it's very important. When you're having an interview, please, and it's online, I mean virtual, not going to physical location, please get a good network and get a nice background. Because I mean, we all are attracted to what we see. You might think that, oh, I don't want to form that what I'm not, but to be very honest, we all are attracted to what we see. And then you don't want to be at disadvantage because your network is breaking off or there's so much noise in your background. So please take note of that and adjust accordingly. And if it's a physical interview, if you are going there, I heard of a guy, by the way, that was going for an interview and he borrowed a car, he borrowed a MacBook because he just really wanted to give a kind of outlook to his interviewer. And guess what? He was hired for the job. Perhaps you might say, oh, it's faking it, but sometimes we might want to project something because you want to require something higher than what they might be offering. Which brings me to my next point. It's actually so okay to negotiate your pay. I mean, you can actually give yourself an upper hand when you go for an interview. My first job, although I didn't submit a CV, that's my first corporate job. I didn't submit a CV. I was just called on an interview and I was asked questions on how much my pay was and everything, because I knew what I already carried. Even though at the time, what I knew then and now is so much. The gap is crazy much. But still, at the time, I was so confident in my capabilities and I was negotiating my pay. So they're telling me, oh, okay, should it be this price? I was like, okay, this price. Okay, an interview. Before I was even set an offer letter or anything. So there will be a standpoint that you come from that honestly, even if they were dedicating a particular amount to a role, you can be given higher because of how you communicate. Alright? So I hope that before you go for your next interview, you will digest this and just perhaps you come back here and say, I tried it at SOSA and it worked. You are absolutely welcome. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. That's how you can support this channel, and that's the only way you can say thank you to me. Until later, ciao.